What is up, gentlemen? This is the inaugural episode of the Same Seats podcast. Joined here by a few living legends. Boys, we'll go around the horn. You guys introduce yourselves. I'll wrap it up here.
I'm Brian, a huge Bees fan. Been watching 82 games for as long as I can remember. Worst Bees moment ever was 19. Boots on the ground at the game. Was with my buddy Parker, and his dad was the equipment manager, and we had some pretty sweet seats, and we watched them plummet right in front of our eyes, and I haven't really forgotten about it. I actually was texting about it on Saturday night, so we're still thinking about it 6 years later.
People don't forget.
Dave,
Mike?
you want me to go?
Yeah. I can kick it off here. I'm Dave. Pleasure to meet you. Worst Bees moment? I would say, I don't know, I'm back and forth, 19, 16. This Dave Bolin guy lives rent-free in my head. Those goals, just the heartbreaker at the end. Would have loved to see Tuukka just kind of get over the hump there, living in Timmy T's shadow for a little bit, but our man couldn't do it. Something that haunts me to this day. So, yeah.
Mike, I have been a Bruins fan since 2008, watching the playoff series against Montreal where they lost Game 7. Was watching at Chelsea Hetherington's house on Powder Point Road, Duxbury. Shout out. First time the girls and boys were hanging out. Most painful Bees memory was probably 2010. Game 7 to the Flyers after being up 3-0. Was watching in a 99 on the way home from a lacrosse game. Ultimately led to some great things, though.
Shout out the 99, though.
Shout out the Nines.
Yeah.
99 reasons.
Hopefully a sponsor one day.
I was going to say
98 reasons after that.
We're not begging for sponsors. The coldest beers in the Northeast. Well, gents, I know kind of want to set the stage here, right? A few different segments. We're the biggest Bees bag lickers on the East Coast. We just want to talk all things Bees. Our Twitter account's subpar, but we're here to mix it up.
Who's been running that lately, by the way? Because
that's been yours truly. And I'm running out of thoughts and ideas, so I'm going to need some help, gentlemen.
You've been firing them off.
I'll jump in. I threw in the poll. I think a lot of people agree with me that Kastelik is playing like a top 9 forward. He's made some plays over the last couple of games that you weren't really expecting with his play from last year, and I think we might be onto something with him here. He's a young dude too. So
hands up, I voted have another. That was me, and then I wanted to eat my words the next game when I was diving in. I can't unsee this team just having like 27 third-line guys, fourth-line guys, and he's just one of them. Like top 9, I don't know. Like I just think it's like top 6, bottom 6, and it's just hard to unsee him not just be like a meat and potatoes dude.
Sweeney fleeced the Sens with that one. Absolutely fleeced.
Hindsight, yes. How pissed were you in the moment, though? You're like, we literally traded Linus Ullmark for a bag of pucks, and he won the best.
Yeah, it was garbage. I guess, also, to kind of re-steer the ship here, we could just, you say one thing about the Bees, and we could just spiral into, 1,000 different things.
Could be bad.
Point proven.
Didn't take long to get off schedule.
So do you want to set expectations up front here for the program?
We have to. Somebody has to.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'd be here for just hours.
Okay, that is a very valid point. Diapers don't change themselves, boys. Dogs don't pee themselves. Like whatever home project you're working on.
Nothing.
Gotta get
new car. Cars don't buy themselves.
That's true.
Ching ching. All right, so kick things off. Story behind Same Seats. We won't do this every episode here, but just so you guys know where the name comes from, good, pretty funny story. We'll do some segments. We'll do some game recaps. We'll take 2 minutes to rant about whatever we want about the Bees. And then kind of going forward, drop one of these a week. I don't know. We'll see if we're feeling frisky. Hot week. Maybe we get on the saddle for 2. Don't know. But I don't know, half hour, 45-minute episode, something quick. We're just ripping through here, just giving some hot takes. And then we'll end every episode with, are you a Bear leaver this week? We're Bear leaving. Don't get it confused with Beleaf. The Leafs stink, but that's kind of the gist. So Boys, anything to add before Mike kind of tells the origin story here?
No, I think we're trying to keep them short and sweet. 30 minutes in and out. Give a little Bruins context, and yeah, that's pretty much about it.
I'll try to land this plane this time with a story. So, goes back to college when we first started watching Bees games, and we would always have to sit in the same seats, and I would always remind everybody, sit in the same seat, sit in the same seat. Anytime someone would get up, I would get pissed. Sit in the same fucking seat. So that would stem from my father, who's a crazy Bees fan as well. He passed that down to us. We would always sit in the same seats, like my family, when we were watching Bees games throughout all the playoffs and everything. Played a big role in the 2011 Cup run. So the origin story for that is when Montreal was playing the Bruins in 1976, and now Montreal would just dominate us all the time. My dad and his buddies would sit in the same seats. So let me land this. So it's 4-3. There's about 2 minutes left, and the Bruins take too many men on the ice penalty. A penalty that's haunted the Bees forever. And my dad's buddy, Chris O'Keefe, he gets up to get a beer. He comes back in, sits in a different seat. My dad and his buddies are dumbfounded. They're like, Chris, what do you do? You got to sit in the same seat. What's going on here? He's like, nah, Mikey, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Not more than 2 minutes later, Guy Lafleur comes flying down the wing, rips a slap shot, scores, ties it up, 4-4. Goalie's on the ground, Gilly Gilbert, and then the Canadians go on to win it in overtime and eventually win the Stanley Cup. Puts his beer down, walks up, doesn't talk to Chris again for a long time. So that is the origin of Same Seats, which we've carried on proud and true through our Bees watching days. Anytime, for any game, really, that we've watched together, at least tape like at your
game
house.
46.
100%.
Same
You have
seats.
to.
Done it for past
have
Super
to.
Bowls. That turned out pretty good.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Same Seats is powerful.
It moves walls. Same seats. DKim, you had a good one, though, about the same seats when you were I'm not spilling the beans. This is yours to tell. I think it was 2011.
Yeah, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings for pretty much every game. We had some traditions with it. It was like you got the hottest wing they had, and you just ate one because like they won the last game, so you ate one and your mouth would just burn on fire and whatever. But I was at that time I didn't realize that like I could get contact lenses, so I couldn't really see the screen. From anyone that's familiar with Buffalo Wild Wings, they have TVs above the urinals, and they scored while I was in there. So I just stuck it out in there. And like just kind of gave a heads up to everyone that was coming in. I was like, I'm good here. Just trying to watch the game. And it was towards the end of the game, which was like good, but it was like you couldn't leave because I was 15 years old, 16 years old. So it's like I had to stick it in there, but it was like it's kind of a grind. It was a grind.
People could have thought like one or two things. One, you're a bird watcher, or
Yep.
two, like your ass was just on fire, and like the scene from Dumb and Dumber after the laxatives where you were just sitting there just spewing. That was just you at B-dubs.
I think everyone else was in the same boat though, because like I mean the place was rowdy. I forget what series that was that we went there, but I think it was the Stanley Cup if I'm not mistaken. So like the whole entire Buffalo Wild Wings was rooting for the Bruins, so everyone was kind of on the same page, which was saving grace.
It's so fun doing that. Like it used to be so fun
I
doing
know.
that.
Just like
All
the
right,
Knights.
I got the text here from my dad. It's pretty funny. He says, so circa 1978, we used to watch the Bees games at Paul Manny Manton's house. Me, Coxie, Sharky, Walshy, and Chris O'Keefe. It's a playoff game in April versus Les Canadiens. The beers are flowing and we are all but 17 years old. Game goes into OT, and O'Keefe and a few others get up to pee and replenish brewskis. As they sit down, we say, same seats, as to not jinx our beloved Bruins. But the seats get changed up a bit as Chris O'Keefe sits in a different seat. Well, you know the rest of the story. Bruins get a phantom too many men on the ice call against them in the godforsaken original House of Pain. Guy Lafleur carries the puck just inside the Bees blue line, rips a low slapper, which beats Gillis Gilbert on the far side. Game over, series over. Not a word spoken as we all dejectedly left the residence. So I was pretty close to regurgitating it spot on. But
I mean, the fact that he's able to describe that was like 40, 50 years later, it's like to a T. It's unbelievable.
It's so funny. It's so
Was
funny.
that Sharky, one of his buddies? All-time
Sharky,
group of gentlemen
Walshy.
just watching this game.
Oh, yeah.
That is
He's
like-
got like all of his buddies now. Like we joke. We'll be like, all right, who is this? He's like, oh, that's Pekka. I'm like, wait, I thought that was somebody. He's like, no, that's Minna that did this. Then Bugsy's over there. It's like, where the hell did you grow up? Like,
That's unbelievable.
Joke's on us. We're going to be doing the same nonsense when we're his age.
I know. Talking about
Hopefully.
watching the games outside at St. A's. Then Curly got up and did 3 pumps for Rene Rancourt.
I had a moment last night where I was turning the game on because I have to stream it from Fubo because the whole streaming thing is nuts. And I thought it was Rene Rancourt for a second. I didn't realize how much him and Angeli sound alike.
Did you
Yeah.
Did you see Todd's tie last night?
Oh, it rocked.
Dude.
Is Todd still
We need him.
bartending too?
I'm pretty sure he goes upstairs immediately after
Yeah.
he sings.
He's not
It's a sweet
big time
gig.
for that. He
No,
doesn't
I
big
think,
time the bartending anymore.
I think he's a true employee. I think he does both, which is
Yeah.
hats off to him.
He probably sings for
good that he
free
still
and just
does that.
bartends.
I know. He's great.
Rhode Island guy.
He
Is he?
tweeted at me once.
Yeah, Warwick, Rhode Island. I'm like 99% sure. I should probably cite my sources and see that these are recorded. Could
We
be
should
way-
get him on the
could be
pod.
Way
No,
off.
we can just make stuff up. If people start fact checking us, that means they're listening.
Yes,
That
true.
is true.
that is true.
We need butts and seats.
Yes.
All right, boys. Anyone want to rant for a couple minutes and we'll bring it home?
I mean, I have a few things. I mean, we talked about it. The avoided ACL blow on McAvoy was, I mean, that should be like a class that's taught to hockey players. Like that you see someone coming, you talk, and you just roll. So, I mean, that was one of them. I still think that Pastrnak should have the C. I think it should be done immediately. Just change, give the clear sign to the team that he's the captain. I think it's already kind of known, but just make it official. I mean, Kastlik, I can talk about him for the entire podcast if we want to. And then one of my least favorite graphics that I see on Twitter is the big circle with projections to make playoffs all the way down to winning the Stanley Cup. The Bruins has went north. Their number has went north, which is great. But starting the season, I think they were below 30%, which is just not what you want to see at all. So
Yeah, but that circle's dumb. The 2021 year, the record-breaking season, the Bees were 67% to win the cup. It's all right.
yeah, that was
Back
insane.
at us.
Yeah, that's insane. But that's really all I have. I mean, I do love this team. I know I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. My only concern with it is they play a playoff style hockey game right now, but we're in game 21. So it's how sustainable is it? So that's my only concern with all of it.
I love it. My last rant would be I think the Beecher waiver is probably a good move. I wasn't a fan of him last year. I said countless times, the Beecher experiment needs to end. I've seen enough. What I'm loving the most about this team is Marco, because his comments were I came in as a new coach. I gave him an opportunity, thought he was going to be better. He wasn't. That's it. See you later. Thanks for coming.
Call it how it is.
He's just so direct, and it's just kind of refreshing to see after Montgomery, who would always, guy was the master of just talking around the bush, and it sounds like me in a work interview, just not being direct at all, just making stuff up. So
It's the Michael Scott.
yeah, legit. No, he
I have no idea where I'm going.
He was, but Marco, he knows what he wants to say. He's not afraid to say it. And Marco's probably one of my favorite things about this team right now.
Love
I
that.
completely agree.
Love that. Language barrier has to
It
be
works in
born.
his favor. In his favor.
I agree. I actually have a Maya culpa versus a rant
hear it.
here.
Not a fact check, is it?
No, we don't check facts. I'm in on Don Sweeney.
That's
Hear me out.
Why
That's
is this a mea culpa?
Hear me out, because I've tweeted stuff in the past. Don, what have you done to my team? I've done the Dumb and Dumber side by side with him and Cam Neely. I'm retracting those statements. For what he did, he traded Carlo for Mitten in the first. He got off of Brazo. Did he sign 25 third liners? Yes. But like, this team's fun to watch. Like, who knows? Like, maybe we flip Korpisalo, Middlestad, RB. Like, I would say this is a retool, not a rebuild.
I can't argue, Dave. The team is fun to watch. The piss and vinegar, like, it was funny to make fun of in the beginning of the year with Cam Neely saying it. Like, buddy, what the fuck are you saying? I love the piss and vinegar. I want piss
I'm all
and
in.
vinegar.
Like, hands up, I was wrong.
My only concern with the piss and vinegar is it too early for the nickname or the label of a team. Like, I almost wanted it like game. Like,
he said it in training camp.
Yeah, so like that's my only concern is like we're setting a label pretty early on within the season where like this could go south and like after this road trip, like no one even knows.
It's
like,
too early. Like if they make T-shirts and the boys wearing them to like warm up, and it's like piss and vinegar. It's like maybe do
that's
my
only
run.
concern. But Dave, I don't disagree with you. I definitely think like a couple of his trades and moves have been very, very good. And like I saw a Toronto account tweet the other day. He was like, I don't care if we make playoffs. Like, we just need to make sure the Bruins aren't getting like the 6th overall pick and Mitten from us. So which is, I mean, it's a realistic like outcome from all.
It's not out of the realm. Like, I mean, you just look at like where we've been. Like, I mean, did I cry when Marshy left? Like, I was upset. Like,
So sad.
Like, I wish that didn't happen. But like, you know what? Water under the bridge now. Like, you live in the moment. It's like, damn. Like, this is actually a fun team to watch.
Yeah,
I'm in on Don.
Yeah, there's nothing better than rooting for an underdog. Like, I know it's very cliche, but I like it is. I mean, you don't know what you're going to get on your screen when you turn the game on. Like, you have no idea. Like, it's a complete roll of the dice, which is
like, are they on bath salts tonight, or are they just playing hockey?
Yeah, which is like it's kind of an adrenaline rush because like they could be playing like the Dallas Stars and win like 6-1, or they could lose like 10-0. So it's like I don't know. I kind of love the rush.
Yeah,
we're addicts.
It's a weird league this year.
Who's that?
It's a weird league this year, kind of.
I know.
I don't know if it's the injuries or what, but it seems like nobody can get like an actual foothold of like being a good team.
I think it'll make it fun though. Like going down the stretch, like you'll see some like crazy stuff happen that like it's all going to tie back to like these first few weeks. Like Florida's missing half their team. Like, can they recover? I don't know.
I mean, the bottom 4 in the East is Tampa, Washington, Toronto, and then Buffalo. So, like, I mean, you got to assume that they'll all 4 of those will turn it around. I mean, the Rangers are already turning it around, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would love to see. I almost this could be a story for another day, but I wish they would reduce the season down to like 60 games, just make it like ultra competitive. But they'll never do that solely because of the revenue. But
money.
Story for another day.
Rolling to make money. All right. Well, we'll wrap up with this. We'll go down the line. Yes or no? No fluff. Are you a believer this week?
Yeah, I think I am for the rest of the season. I think you can like literally mark me in Sharpie for a bear lever, and I don't think that's going to change. I don't.
Okay. We got
my
one
bear league
permanent
meter's middle. It's like this right now, 90 degree.
Okay.
I'm remaining neutral.
I am like the green and the yellow. I'm right smack in the middle of that green and the yellow. More.
Is it you doing it so you don't get hurt though?
I'm gonna get hurt. We're all gonna get hurt one day. We're all gonna get hurt.
I might not. I don't know if I am. I might be stronger.
But I mean, I don't know how we're gonna recap these games from this next. We're gonna have to watch the highlights, I guess. But I mean, shout out the Bruins. We just need a 2-1 road trip. That's all we need. 2-1, get home, and I think they play the Friday before or after Thanksgiving, which is nice at 1 matinee against the Rangers. So
that's always a fun game.
Come in with some good vibes.
If they get 3 points, this road trip's a good road trip.
I can get down with that.
Boys.
All right. Well, fellas, it's been fun. See you next week.
Go Bees.